guys, it's Shannon and welcome to my channel. Okay ladies, so today we are going to be talking about me time. And I think most of you can probably agree with me when I say there are times where we literally just need to tune the world out. You know, whether it's our spouses, our kids, our, chores, noise, everything. Sometimes we just need a place to go where we can just kind of shut the door, tune everything out, and just kind of collect our thoughts and just relax. Even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. We just need to take a break sometimes. And, I don't know about you, but I found myself, sometimes I would just, go into the bathroom, I'd shut the door and just sit on the bathroom floor just to kind of take a time out. There were times I would go to the driveway, just sit in the car just to kind of tune everything out. And then finally I'm like, no, like this isn't very relaxing for me. I need to find something that works for me where I can really, truly just kind of take a bit of time and just kind of zone out and feel so comfortable. So I'm going to share some tips with you on what I kind of did to find my kind of relaxation space, my me time space, and then maybe some of those tips will work for you too. So the first thing you need to do is establish a room or a spot that's going to be your private space or your space when you need to go for your time out. So for me, it was my bedroom. And the first thing I decided I wanted to do was kind of look at the decor, the whole kind of ambiance of the room, and just make the setting in a space that was kind of comfortable and cozy. So for me, anything kind of nature, whether it's like nature or beach themes, that's just, for me, it's very, very soothing. So I kind of redecorated our room. I painted the walls, even I don't know if you can see the paint on the walls is sea mist. And everything is kind of beachy, kind of zen-like theme. And that's what kind of, when I sit in my room, I kind of just look around and everything I see in my room just makes me feel calm and relaxed. So that's the first thing I would kind of look at doing, is establish your space, and then kind of just in terms of the decor, just kind of paint it in colors that work for you, and choose decor that kind of works for you. What makes you feel comfortable? What makes you feel zen? What makes you feel good? Okay guys, so step 1. First thing we're gonna do is we want everybody to know not to friggin' bug us. We are taking a time out and people need to know just to leave us the frig alone. So this is what I do. I have created a sign on my door. I shut my door, I lock my door, and this is what it reads. The next thing we'll talk about is lighting. So for me, I don't like overhead lighting. I find it just too stark and cold. I rarely use any of the overhead lighting, even just throughout the day. I find I rarely ever use it. It's always side lamps or candles. I always have candles going. I love candles, just the flickering of the flame. I'm big on scents as well. And I know a lot of people are more sensitive to scents. You can buy unscented candles. Also, the battery operated candles, there's some really, really nice ones you can get now that have the nice flickering as well. But for me, I love scents. And I find I usually get most of my candles at Bath & Body Works just because they have a large selection on different scents you can get there. And they usually have a lot of sales going on too. But that's one thing, candles. So the next thing, guys, is to have a book. In case you're in the mood for just sitting back and reading, maybe have a book on your end table you can grab and read. Next thing you might want to do is grab yourself a nice mug and a warm drink, something that will warm you up inside and make you feel nice and cozy. So for me, vodka. Woo! Makes me nice and warm inside. Something else you might want to do is some journaling. Like, I am not shy to say at all that I see a therapist on a regular basis, and one thing she suggested to me is, sometimes my brain just gets busy and I'm all stressed out and I'm just thinking of all of these things. It's just circling, like bills that need to be paid and appointments that need to be, you know, remembered, and just kind of going and going and going. And one thing she said is, if I'm, you know, struggling and all these things are going through my head, she said, if I'm taking a time out, you know, so if I'm kind of taking my 10 minutes of me time, she said, just take your journal, get your pen, and all of those thoughts are kind of swirling through your mind, write them down. So she said, it's not kind of like you're forgetting about them. You know they're going to be there. So it's not just kind of pushing it out of your head. You're writing them on paper. They will be there. So it's almost like allowing yourself to kind of put them aside for those 10 or 15 minutes that you're taking for you. And you know that they're going to be there. You're not going to forget them. They're going to be there for you to kind of work out and deal with. But it's kind of writing that down on paper kind of allows you to then kind of tell yourself, okay, you know what, it's there, I'll deal with it then. So now I'm gonna allow myself to have these 10 or 15 minutes just for me to kind of zone out. And once I started doing that, it actually helps, because I can kind of tell myself, no, I need to, you know, I have to worry about this, it has to be done. But when I know I've written it down, and I know it's gonna be there for me to deal with, it helps me to be able to kind of tune that out and just focus on myself. And another good thing, and I know we've heard this before, but another good thing with the journaling is writing down things that we are thankful for. For instance, so my friends, one last little tip I'm going to give you. If you do choose, for example, to make your room kind of your me time and your kind of zen place, and say it's like later on, and I guess you're gonna allow your significant other to kind of come into your room, you're done with your me time, they're able to come in now, I have a couple tips to help you, you know. Maybe you're nice and relaxed and you just kind of want to roll over and go to sleep, and you don't want any kind of monkey business, you know what I mean? Or maybe you're in the mood for some bumping of bellies, who knows? So I have a super easy way to let your significant other know whether you're in the mood or not. This is what you do. So simple way to show it right here, guys. We can do it simply by using candles. So in our house, we have two. We have the want you, and we also have the F you. So you know what? Just light one of these suckers and they'll be able to know in no time what you're in the mood for. So what's it gonna be tonight? So another tip, guys, if you decide to light that want you candle and you don't want to be disturbed, here's another thing you do. You switch your sign up. So, you know, I have older kids and they can read and they understand what tickle fight means. So if the door is shut and they see this sign, they are definitely hanging out at the other end of the house. Okay guys, so just kind of in conclusion, I think it's super important for us to have a space that we can go to, you know. We can just kind of shut the world out and just collect our thoughts. I think it's really important that we have a space we can go to. I hope some of my tips have helped you kind of establish your me time space, and definitely get those candles. That's it for me, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.